Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you may be. I'm Nathan Stark, and welcome to Edgy Innovators. My goal is to introduce companies with new and exciting products and services. Products that have the potential to change the way we live, work, play, and invest. With that, let's begin. Episode 1 is on Doximity. I am not a financial advisor, so this presentation today is for information only. Now let's unpack Doximity. Today we'll take a behind the scenes look at what makes Doximity tick. Then we'll explore some of their intriguing AI innovations that are starting to reshape digital healthcare. And finally, we'll put Doximity to the test by comparing them against their top competitors, and we'll also explore what these developments might mean to your portfolio. Stay tuned, what we uncover could change the way you think about Doximity. Doximity is a cloud-based platform for medical professionals. Its IPO was in 2021. It is a large cap company in the software industry within the technology sector. In 2010, Doximity started out as a simple professional directory where physicians could network with each other. Since then, it has seen significant growth and development and now serves physicians, physician assistants, nurse practitioners, pharmacists, and medical students. Dr. Nate Gross, co-founder of Doximity, has said their mantra is physicians first. Their goal is to help physicians be more productive and provide better care. Over 80% of all U.S. physicians participate in Doximity. Today, Doximity's network is known as the LinkedIn for physicians and is much enhanced compared to its original offering. It offers a HIPAA-compliant way for physicians to consult each other. With the newsfeed, physicians receive information streams tailored to their specialty. Doximity's HIPAA-compliant telehealth platform has won the Best in KLAS Video Conferencing Award for 4 consecutive years, offering comprehensive telehealth services. In the careers area, employers post jobs that physicians reference as they advance in their careers. Doximity offers secure communication tools, including private calling, letting physicians use personal phones while displaying their office number, and digital faxing for fast, HIPAA-compliant information exchange. Amion, their scheduling tool, centralizes clinical schedules for medical teams, generating a roster that shows who's working, on call, on backup, or off. Doximity's revenue primarily comes from the subscription sale of marketing and enterprise workflow. 84% of Doximity's revenue comes from 114 customers in 2024 that provide at least $500,000 in revenue. Their top 20 clients once again grew fastest, up 22% on a trailing 12-month basis. These clients are the largest, most sophisticated pharma companies who employ teams of analysts to measure their marketing effectiveness. They buy advertising space in the physician news feeds. 73% of healthcare spend is decided by physicians. U.S. healthcare cost in 2023 was $4.9 trillion. This is why having 80+% of all physicians enrolls gives them such a strong position. Also, 17 of the top 22 U.S. hospitals use Amion scheduling software. Here's where it gets very interesting. In early 2023, Doximity rolled out a beta version of ChatGPT, and since then has developed many new AI services for physicians. Physicians historically have spent nearly 6 hours on electronic health records for every 8 hours of seeing patients. 78% of physicians report IT-related burnout. So these new AI tools can really provide value to physicians. Let's start by looking at Doximity's telehealth services. Doximity GPT is HIPAA compliant and can provide draft, first pass, prior authorization letters, insurance appeals, medical disability letters, post-procedure instructions, and treatment instructions. It also has a translator function. If the physician needs to speak to somebody in another language, they can. The AI scribe can listen to the discussion of the physician and patient and draft an office note, saving the physician a considerable amount of time. As mentioned earlier, the newsfeed is where Doximity really generates a lot of revenue. Doximity utilizes AI to provide each physician a tailored news stream for their individual specialty. Machine learning also tailors the physician's preference of receiving the content. Some physicians like receiving a comprehensive review on Monday evening. Some like receiving the bulleted highlights between patients. Doximity has found a win-win solution. Physicians need to stay on top of new treatment options for their patients, and the pharmaceutical companies need to educate physicians about new drugs. These pharmaceutical companies purchase advertising space in the physician news stream on Doximity to educate physicians about the new treatments. Doximity also uses AI internally for general functions, administrative function, and research and development. Jeff Tangy, Doximity's CEO, has said, "Our AI tools grew the fastest in Q3 with over 1.8 million prompts, up 60% over the prior quarter." Since 2016, artificial intelligence and machine learning use in new drug applications for gene therapeutics has increased. According to the FDA, there have been more than 70 investigational new drug applications utilizing AI and machine learning. There's an ops article off Doximity's social media on possible future opportunities of gene therapy. This may give us a glimpse into what Doximity may be looking at concerning future opportunities. So what is gene therapy? Gene therapy modifies a gene expression or alters biological properties of cells for therapeutic purposes. Gene therapies are alternatives when traditional treatments fail. Doximity's possible opportunity here would be that their telehealth platform could be used for collaboration between physicians, labs, and genetic counselors. Another ops article through Doximity's social media account reports another possible future opportunity: using AI to combat chronic illness. Chronic diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, and heart failure dominate medical practices, requiring frequent visits and contribute to physician burnout. AI-integrated wearables alert patients and physicians when adjustments are needed, reduce unnecessary office visits, which would allow physicians more time to focus on more urgent cases. These AI-integrated wearables would provide the benefit of better disease control by preventing 30 to 50% of heart attacks, strokes, and failed kidneys. So let's take a look at how Doximity's price action has performed relative to the leaders in the software group, Palantir, Gorilla Technology, and AppLovin. In the chart in the background is a perf chart that shows the relative price performance over 200 days. And as you can see here, Gorilla Technology is leading this, with AppLovin and Palantir kind of in following. Then Doximity is below that point. And if we look at the scooter score, which is StockCharts.com's version of relative strength, which is a combination of long-term relative strength and shorter-term relative strength, a similar story. Palantir is leading with a 99.7% scooter score. Gorilla Tech is 99.6, AppLovin is 99.1, and Doximity has lower with 89.0. However, what's interesting here in this recent bout of weakness in the market is the pullbacks. Palantir has a 40.66% pullback, Gorilla Technologies 50% pullback, AppLovin 55.45% pullback, and Doximity is showing a relatively mild 32.74% pullback. So in the short term, Doximity is showing relative strength to the leaders of this group, which is probably a good sign. So if we look at their yearly earnings, you can see in 2024 here is when Doximity's earnings kind of made the turn, with the blue of the full year earnings, and the orange is the percent change. So we had a nice percent change in 24. So far in 25, there's been 3 quarters of earnings in. So this is a full year forecast for 25, but it's forecasting a nice increase in earnings again, with a nice percent change increase of earnings. For 26 is another forecasted year. There's an increase of earnings on the year, but you can see the percent change of earnings increase is less. So we'll have to see how that turns out. So let's look at Doximity's chart over the last 3 earnings reports. You can see here each earnings report had a price appreciation of at least 35%. So in these instances, I think analysts received a nice surprise of reported earnings compared to what they kind of forecasted, which is really nice. And if you look at the quarterly earnings over the last 3 earnings and sales here, you can see both had acceleration over the last 3 quarters, which is really nice. That's what we're wanting to see. Let's go ahead and take a look at the current chart. This green diagonal line is the resistance line. On 324, price broke above it and started going in the right direction. Since then, price has pulled back. This red horizontal line is support of the base. On Friday, it closed below this support. We'll have to wait and see if this is a shakeout or there's going to be a continued price downward continuation. What I'd like to see is price recover, rally up to this resistance point, this green line, pull back for a few days and break out above it. What would be less attractive would be price continuation to pull down below this red support line, and then if that happens, we'll probably need more time to base and more time to build a right side. Thank you for tuning in. If you liked today's video, please go ahead and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on X, formerly Twitter. Just type in @edgy_innovators or go to the website listed below. Thanks again.